Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Foxy New.
Fanboys, be advised, this video contains the absolute truth, may cause hurt feelings, and a need to thumbs down the video. Canelo Alvarez robs David Benavidez of a belt he doesn't even own? Make it make sense. Biased ego is at it again, and let's just break down this fraud. He comes out and states that Canelo Alvarez is robbing David Benavidez of the WBC belt, and he's going to fight Avani Yildirim if he beats Callum Smith. Now, we all know that the WBC has already came out and stated that Canelo versus Callum is now a unification fight, because they've added the WBC title, and they're somehow blaming Canelo Alvarez for this as if this is some kind of problem where David Benavidez is being wrong. Like Canelo Alvarez is only wanting the WBC belt because David Benavidez doesn't have it. Well, these morons are idiots, and we're just going to break down the facts from the feelings. And the facts are this: David Benavidez lost the belt on the scale. So how can you be looking to avoid a guy for a belt when he doesn't even have the belt? Their whole narrative has been debunked, has been body bagged, simply because this man lost his belt on the scale. He lost his belt on the scale because he couldn't put down the chips and queso. He couldn't put down the cheeseburgers. He couldn't put down the tacos. He just couldn't put the food down. It's not Canelo Alvarez's fault this man couldn't put down his fork. That's not his fault. Because at the end of the day, David Benavidez lost his belt on the scale, and that's not Canelo's fault. Period. Anybody dumb enough to go along with this narrative and blame him for something that David Benavidez did is an idiot, moron, and a dummy. But not only that, Canelo Alvarez is not fighting some scrub. He's not fighting some tomato can. This guy chose to be great and fight the #1 guy at 168 pounds, which is Callum Smith. Show some respect. I mean, even Biased Ego came out and stated in another video posted on November 27th that Callum Smith, he's implying that this man is a cherry pick. A cherry pick. How do you cherry pick an undefeated world champion in his prime who has a height and reach advantage, and the guy fights at a higher weight class than Canelo Alvarez is accustomed to fighting? He has all the advantages in his favor. So how is this Canelo Alvarez looking to cherry pick a fight and looking to steal a belt that doesn't even belong to David Benavidez? Make it make sense. These guys are pushing narratives to hate on Canelo Alvarez. Tell the truth. I mean, look at it like this. David Benavidez even stated, that, hey, his next fight was going to have to be against Avani Yildirim. And, Callum Smith was already told by the WBC as well as David Benavidez, hey, that once that Yildirim fight is over, the winner of the Yildirim-Benavidez fight was going to have a mandatory challenger in Callum Smith for a unification. So Callum Smith was due a title shot, and so was Avani Yildirim. So they're just giving Callum Smith his title shot first, and then Yildirim his shot second. So no one's being wronged here. No one's being screwed. Nothing's being stolen, because men lie, women lie, but the facts simply don't lie. Who is the victim? Because David Benavidez couldn't stop eating and lost the belt. Callum Smith is getting his shot for the belt, and Yildirim is going to be mandated to fight the winner. No one loses in this scenario. The only real losers are the Canelo Alvarez haters, who are afraid that he's going to become a unified champion by the end of the week. See, because what a lot of people don't realize is, just like Biased Ego, who are pushing narratives based on promotional companies. I mean, this is the same Biased Ego who's sucking off Jamal Charlo, sucking off Caleb Plant, while hating on Canelo Alvarez and begging for change in his mama's basement. But once again, unbiased as always, it's the IBFP.